Talk 365 TV's Talking Wellness is brought to you by Cognuro.
Welcome back, everybody. All right, Trip, what if I told you there is an app that could improve your ADHD, improve your sleep, improve your hockey, and improve your thinking and cognitive abilities in general, and slow down the aging process and prevent things like Alzheimer's, dementia? How would you feel?
Let me think about that for a while.
Would
I
you
think that
download?
would be good.
Right? Especially all things considered right now in the world we live in with stress and wanting to be able to function faster, better, stronger. Now, Cognuro has been around for 5 years, but they were recently able to be funded and really move forward with a lot of their projects that they've been working on.
Hopefully not Elon Musk.
Nope, they're not in association with him. But they have been working on a bunch of equipment that basically help functional neurologists do their job better. And one of them is Tap app, which you can get at the Apple Store. And it is basically a metronome app, which is a piece of technology that functional neurologists have used for years to treat people who are struggling with things like Alzheimer's, ADHD, all of the above, concussions. Anyone that's come to a functional neurologist for treatment, they've probably had some kind of exercise program that is in association with a metronome, so you get the right timing. Well, the problem with that is you don't know for sure if you're hitting the right timing. So Dr. Hatch, in his wisdom, has been working for the last 5 years to create an app that would be able to ensure that you not only hit the right time, but diagnose what your perfect time is for your brain, because that is the key. If you're not working on those exercises at the perfect timing for your brain, you will not progress and see the results that are possible through this metronome app and through these types of exercises. So what we're talking about today is a couple of case studies through the course of this 5 years that were really key in driving this whole thing to the marketplace, because we have Alzheimer's and kids that both were able to see results from this, and you're going to see why you're going to want it, and you're going to want to download it as well.
Talk 365 TV's Talking Wellness is brought to you by Cognuro with wellness team expert Dr. John Hatch.
So some of you might say, well, this sounds all great for others, but does it really work? Well, here's a couple testimonials that changed the game, and I saw it firsthand. I had a patient who was struggling with Alzheimer's, stage 3, and losing that memory capability at the highest level. And we tapped and tried to find how that brain would time it correctly. No results. And we went through about 13 different speeds. And when we found the correct speed, which happened to be about 47, made all the difference in the world. And all of that brain came back, and within 3 months, they could recall any memory, they could experience everything, working memory was back, every system was working. You just got to be willing to find your speed and do the exercises. People always ask, how long do you do this for? I personally do it a minute per day, 1 minute per day. I have done it for up to 3 hours on one given day. Why? Because there's no harm in doing more. You can keep activating this brain as many and as much as you want, but consistency is the key. It's better to do a minute a day than 3 hours in one day and never touch it again. The brain likes consistency. It hardwires with consistency. So what's been so hard is how to narrow down a testimonial that's so precise with the younger kids, because the thousands of kids that I've worked on, everyone has a specific speed. And if you can get them to do the Tap app at their speed, their whole school experience changes. Their confidence changes, their reading ability changes, their memory, their task-oriented, their focus. Yes, all those kids with ADD, ADHD, what do they have? They have frontal temporal lobe cerebellum problems. Now, is it specific to the timing? No, but does the timing repair it? Yes. So as we time and practice, finding the right speed for a child makes all the difference in the world. I actually had an amazing child that was struggling so far in school. He had a really bad IEP. He was a 3rd grader, couldn't read at his level, and his processing speed was actually 75. So no teacher or student could talk at the speed at which he processed. So everything seemed slow and mundane, and he just never focused. So he started training his brain at that specific speed over and over and over again. And within 3 weeks, the teacher was like, what just happened? What have you guys been doing? And 3 months later, they were like, he's one of our best kids. He helps everybody. If you can get the right speed for your child, you change the environment not only for them, but the teacher and the other students, because everyone functions at a different speed and everyone has strengths, and we need to help each other. So let's help our kids. There shouldn't be a kid that doesn't find their speed and train at their speed. So when we were looking at this kid, with the assessment that you're going to do your right hand, your left hand, and both hands. Right hand or left hand at 50 beats, and then the alternating at 60. He couldn't process any of those. They were so slow. He was early, late. It was getting scores of 25, 30% accuracy when we need 80 and 90. We sped him up all the way to 75, and that brain was like, just rock solid. Bumped it up to 85, and it went back down to 60, because the right speed matters. It's not just the faster you go, the better you get. So what we did was we trained him at 75, and when you train at 75 and the brain wires at that, then it can adjust to any other speed. So what we kept doing is retesting every week what his 50 and 60 results were. And they went from 25 30s to 60 70s to 90s. 95 at the 50 and 60. Does that mean we changed the speed? No! We trained him at his speed that his brain processed at, and it made all the difference for him and all of his family.